Hello everyone, it's Brenda Lee here. I'm going to be doing a pendulum reading for missing Nancy Guthrie. On February 1st, 2026, 84-year-old Nancy went missing from her home in Catalina, Foothills, Arizona, and it happened in the early morning hours according to law enforcement. Nancy was last seen by her daughter Annie and son-in-law Tommaso, who drove Nancy home after supper and evening spent at their place. Nancy's case has been confirmed as a kidnapping, as there's been multiple ransom demands. I think by now everyone's heard of this case. It's definitely been receiving international attention, and it's been covered by numerous news outlets and by psychics alike. So I never did a short on Nancy to let people know, giving you a heads up that I was going to be doing this reading. I'm just going to get right into it. I think it deserves attention, and I think I've waited long enough. So the first question that I have for Nancy, and please remember that when you're watching the pendulum, that when it goes like this, clockwise, that means yes. Okay, my spirit guides and Nancy's spirit guides, please show us what it looks like for a no. Goes counterclockwise. Okay, and what does it look like for a maybe? Okay, thank you so much. Okay, got my hand by my elbow so that no possibility of me moving my hand, just so that you know. Sorry about that. I'm just gonna move my big water container out of the way. Okay, let me see. Okay, we'll start here. Bring this a little bit closer. Is Nancy alive in physical body on earth today? No. Okay, thank you. Was Nancy kidnapped from her home? Big answers, please, from my spirit guides and Nancy's spirit guides. Maybe even Nancy herself, if she'd like to answer. Thank you. Okay, so she was kidnapped from her home. Has Nancy's disappearance been staged? We're getting a yes for it being staged. Interesting, yes. Surprised? Not really. It's been a strange case all around. Are any of Nancy's family members involved in her disappearance? I'm getting a no. Okay, thank you. Was Nancy's kidnapper a stranger to Nancy? Yes. Okay. Thank you. Is there more than one person involved in Nancy's kidnapping? We're getting a yes. Thank you. Was the kidnapper paid money to do this? To kidnap Nancy? Was the kidnapper paid money to do this? Yes. Okay, I'm just going to turn the page here. Does any of Nancy's family have guilty knowledge of her disappearance? No. Okay, thank you so much. Did Nancy recognize the kidnapper in any way, such as the kidnapper's voice or anything like that? We're getting a maybe. Okay. Interesting. I'm going to ask that one more time. Did Nancy recognize the kidnapper in any way? Okay, still getting a maybe. So I'll ask this. Did Nancy recognize the voice? Did the voice sound familiar? I'll ask that. Did the voice sound familiar to Nancy? Okay, getting a yes for that. So it's the voice. Of course, it's not going to be their looks or anything because they were, or he was, whoever was all masked up. So, okay. Where am I here? Was it a neighbor of Nancy's who is involved in this case? A neighbor of Nancy's? Okay, we're getting a no. I'm just going to move that over a little bit. I'm just using this here just as kind of like a base for my for the pendulum. I'm actually not using the chart itself, obviously. So let's ask that again. Was it a neighbor of Nancy's who's involved? Okay, yeah, a maybe. Okay, thank you. Was it someone who has done yard work for her, for Nancy, that may be involved in this? No? Okay. Thank you. Is Nancy's disappearance in any way related to the Epstein files? We're getting a yes. And a big yes at that. Okay. Did Nancy know Jeffrey Epstein? Yes. Thank you. Did Nancy's late husband Charles know Jeffrey Epstein? Yes. Okay, thank you. Did Nancy or her late husband Charles have any dealings with Jeffrey Epstein or anyone associated with Epstein? That's a yes. Okay. Thank you. Did Nancy's son-in-law Michael Feldman have any dealings with Jeffrey Epstein? Okay. Thank you. So it doesn't mean it was like bad dealings. We don't know that for sure. Is it just a coincidence that Nancy was taken from her home 24 hours after the Epstein files were released? Big answers, please. We're getting a no. It's not a coincidence that she was taken 24 hours after the files were released. Okay, I'm going to turn the page again. Was Nancy a whistleblower? Okay, it's a yes. Thank you. Is Nancy being held for ransom? Big answers, please. Nancy, I really hope that you are with us with this reading. Are you with us? Thank you. Okay. Let's just stop and let's ask that again about Nancy, if she's with us or not. Thank you for that big yes, that you are being held for ransom. Nancy, are you with us? If you're with us with this reading, can you give us a big yes? Big round yes. Thank you so much, Nancy, for being with us. Thank you. Okay. Nancy and help from the spirit guides. Was Nancy physically hurt by someone inside her home on the night of her disappearance? Yes. Okay. Okay, thank you. Are any law enforcement officers involved in Nancy's disappearance? Getting a maybe. Let's just ask that again. Are any law enforcement officers involved in Nancy's disappearance? Thank you. Okay. Is Nancy in Arizona? Is Nancy's physical body in Arizona? Again, a maybe. I'll ask this. Is Nancy in Arizona at this time? Is her physical body in Arizona at this time? Still getting a maybe. Kind of got me puzzled there. Okay. Sometimes they won't give you the exact answer because it might have to do with the case. It could be for our, one who's doing a reading like this, it could be for our own protection. Okay. Has Nancy been taken to Mexico? Has Nancy's physical body been taken to Mexico? Okay, so we're getting a yes for that. Huh. Okay. Thank you. Maybe I can ask this. Was Nancy's physical body in Arizona and then taken to Mexico? Okay, so there was just a little bit of confusion there. I think they didn't know how to answer that. Right, okay. Does the Mexican cartel have any involvement in Nancy's disappearance? The Mexican cartel, do they have any involvement? Getting a big yes for that. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for your connection with me. Are any American politicians involved in Nancy's disappearance? Big answers, please. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Did you pass away? Did Nancy pass away in her home? No. Okay. Thank you. Did Nancy pass away from her heart issues? Did her heart issues cause her to pass? Yes. Okay. Thank you. Had Nancy passed away? Did Nancy pass within 38 hours of her being taken? 38, where did I get that from? Did Nancy pass away within 48 hours of her being taken from her home? Yes. Okay. Thank you. Seems to me I asked this one. Maybe I have it asked twice. Was there more than one kidnapper involved? Yeah, I think I did ask that. Yeah, and again, we got a yes. Okay, thank you. No, I had that written down twice. Is there any women involved in Nancy's disappearance? Any women? Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Is the kidnapper the same person who has sent the ransom demands? Okay, so it's not the same person that has sent the ransom demands. Is it someone who is involved in the case itself that has sent the ransom demands? No. Okay, so it's somebody that is involved in Nancy's case. And I'm just going to write that down quickly so I don't forget when I do a review of this. Involved in case, but not the kidnapper. Okay. Good. Okay. Are the ransom demands a hoax? No. It's counterclockwise. That's no. Thank you. Will Nancy be discovered? Will she be found? Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Was Nancy put in a cylinder? Was Nancy put in a cylinder? We're getting a yes for that. The only reason why I asked that question is because There's a psychic that has asked, another person that's asked that question or seen that happen. I believe it was a vision that they had had, and they seen her being put in a cylinder or was in a cylinder. Is Nancy's disappearance a cover-up or a distraction, a psyop, I guess you would say, organized by the U.S. government? Oh, see, I'm gonna get an answer for that. A possible maybe. Yeah. Okay. I strongly feel that I'm being given a maybe for my own protection. Yeah. Because it does have to do with the Epstein files, according to this reading. And the government is in on it. Is the kidnapper or kidnappers part of a much larger group? Yes. Okay, thank you so much. Has the kidnapper been involved in abduction cases prior to Nancy's? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Has the kidnapper... Oh, no. Okay, I lost this one here. Was Nancy targeted because she has been well known to the public? We'll see, through her daughter Savannah, I guess. She's been on TV. Was Nancy targeted because she was known to the public? Okay. For that reason, but we also know that she was a whistleblower. Okay. Does the kidnapper know that Nancy's family has a lot of money? Okay. But they weren't somebody that knows a kidnapper, like we read before, or that we did the reading on here a few minutes ago. Yeah. I don't know. This is a real tricky case. Was this abduction of Nancy in any way okay, let me start this again. Was this abduction of Nancy in any way revenge against a family member of Nancy's? Okay, so it wasn't a revenge kidnapping. Okay. Clearing that up. Okay. I won't ask those questions because we know that she's not with us anymore. Okay. Does law enforcement know at this time who took Nancy? They do know. Okay. Will the culprit or culprits be found soon? I have a feeling, I get this feeling like right now that these kidnappers or those involved in the kidnapping itself, in the actual taking of Nancy, are going to take a fall. They're going to take the fall for this when there is so much more to this case. But they will be the ones to take the fall for it. Will a ransom be paid? It will. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Will a reward for the tips on this case with Nancy, on this investigation, will that this person be paid? In the tips that they have, that they give? Maybe. Okay. Looking at the big picture of this case, will Nancy, or will justice be served for Nancy? Will justice prevail? No. Yeah, thank you so much. I didn't think it would, because this is a much bigger case, and if the kidnapper or kidnappers take the fall for it, for what they've done, then in taking Nancy, which they are deserving of for justice to be brought against them, but they are not the main people behind this. Like I said, it's a deep, complicated, complex case. Okay, and thank you, Nancy, for being with us for this reading. Today I'm going to pull a message from the Daily Guidance Oracle deck. It does have its own little book. All my decks of cards are pre-shuffled. I shuffle them before I do the reading, and then usually again before I actually go online. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Take a moment. It says, stop. Now is not the time to rush into the decision you're about to make. Before this important decision is made, take a moment to pause and quiet your mind so that you can ask your soul for guidance before you act or move forward. Very interesting. Okay. We'll look that up in the book here. Okay. First part right here is what's on the card itself. Okay, so I'm starting right here. Spirit has given you this card to advise you to have patience. Trust and know that you'll receive the divine guidance that you truly need. Start by asking your inner guidance, should I proceed with this decision? Then ask yourself, how do I feel about this decision? And finally, if I make this decision, how will I feel about it 3 months, 6 months, or a year from now? Remember that your inner guidance is part of you, so use all of yourself whenever you feel you need a little assistance or divine guidance. You don't always have to do it alone or relinquish your power to someone else when it comes to making decisions for yourself. Trust and have faith in the wisdom of your soul. It is and always will be your most valuable resource, one that's always there and waiting for you to ask for guidance to ensure the best outcome for you. Very nice. So, somebody out there is about to, or is contemplating on making a decision. So, yeah, call in your spirit guides, call in the great divine, and ask, talk to them, speak out loud, tell them what's on your mind, and ask for their assistance. Okay, and then be alert for the answers. It can come in so many different forms. It can come from something you might watch online. It could be in a reading such as this. It could be when you're looking at your own cards, if you do cards or pendulum or the dowsing rods or anything like that. It could come in a dream. It just may appear in your head. The answer may just appear in your head. You'll be overwhelmed with an exciting feeling that you just received an answer for what you asked for. So I lit this candle today over here for Nancy because I had a strong feeling that she wasn't with us anymore. And so, Nancy, we hope that you are at peace where you are now with family members who have passed before you, being reunited with your parents, with your husband, and others. Thank you for being with us with this reading today. We deeply appreciate it. At this time, I'm also going to ask for the spirit, our spirit family, to be with those in Tumbler Ridge, BC, Canada, where that shooting took place at that school. And we ask that you please be with all who are suffering loss right now, who had children in the school, and the school teacher who passed from this as well. Please be with her family. Please provide them with love and comfort. And hopefully they'll be able to move on one day from this and lead productive lives. If they're able to move on from what they're going through right now. And we know that time does have a way of healing. So thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you to all my viewers. And look forward to having you with me for the next reading that I do. If you have any questions or you would like a personal reading done for yourself or a friend or whoever, get a hold of me. Okay, you can get my email. It's in the description. All right, thank you and have a beautiful day. Thank you so much.